It has been brilliant to see you all back at school this week, and equally brilliant to introduce you to our latest art lesson. Your art homework this week is on an Austrian painter called Gustav Klimt. Now, if you've been in my Year 5-6 art club in the past, you may have come across this man. Gustav Klimt was a painter who was renowned for painting very realistic faces, but with their dresses and with the background, he filled them full of really vibrant colour and intricate patterns. When we have a look at some of the examples of his work, you'll see the colours are incredibly rich. Well, in fact, he actually used real gold leaf in his paintings. That was part of his family background. His father and brother worked with gold leaf engraving, and this made his artwork shine and shimmer. Gustav Klimt was born on the 14th of July 1862 in Austria. His mother was a musical performer and his father an engraver of gold. This is very important because as an artist, as an older man, Klimt used lots of gold tones in many of his paintings, as we will see. He was a talented artist from a young age and attended the Vienna School of Arts and Crafts. Then, afterwards, formed an art team with his brother, Ernst Klimt, and their friend Franz. And they painted murals inside Vienna's great museums, like this one. However, Gustav's brother Ernst and his father both died in 1892 when he was only 30, and from then on, Gustav's artistic style changed. His work began to include lots of symbolism. Now, symbolist painters used a wide variety of subjects, and that includes heroes and women and animals and landscapes, and they gave their subjects deeper meanings like love, death, religion. They would use metaphors or symbols rather than real life to represent something. As I said as well, Klimt's paintings also incorporated gold leaf. They were very, very intricate, so they took hours, days, weeks to complete. Klimt himself lived a simple life, and when at home, he wore his long robe and sandals all day. He painted all day, every day. Some of his most famous works are included here, including houses in Untitled on the Attersee. Wouldn't you like to visit there? Klimt died on the 6th of February 1918 and is buried in Vienna. Would you like to know one more interesting fact about him? Well, that's that his portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer sold in 2006 at an auction for more money than any other painting had before, $135 million. And in the painting, the model is covered in a golden gown, decorated with lots of fancy details. A powerful symbol of a person changing their identity and hopes for their future. Now, having looked at all of these examples of his artwork, I've been inspired, as I'm going to show you now, to first of all sketch out very simple facial outline of a sleeping person. You'll see their hands and their face in the upper corner. And then what I've done, taking my ideas from his intricate patterning, I have filled the rest of the page with a whirling cloak, limited to red, black and goldy yellow colours. Now this cloak could indeed just be that, keeping my person warm while they slumber. Or it could represent the field of dreams that grows and grows and grows and grows as they sleep. I'm going to show you how I've used a simple printing technique to make my cloak really stand out. I've lightly sketched out my drawing, the face and the patterning with pencil, which I suggest you do too. And what I'm using here is some foam for my printing of the shapes. If I run my thumb in it, you see the way it's a bit soft? Well, this is just polystyrene sheet, really accessible, easy to buy in any good hobby craft. And do ask an adult's permission before you cut out your shapes with the scissors. See, I've made shapes bigger and smaller. That's because I want to try printing with my printing ink inside the shapes. Now, I've used SE block printing ink here, but you could use acrylic paint equally, as long as you've got a nice, smooth, flat, clean surface on which to roll it out. Again, these rollers are not expensive. You can pick them up in the range, Hobbycraft as well, online. And look at the consistency of my paint. You see the way it's rising there in little mountain peaks? Well, that lets me know I've got enough on the roller. Definitely cover the surface of your table with newspaper or an alternative before you print, because this can be messy. You can always wash your hands afterwards or keep a damp cloth on the side to wipe clean. And I'm prepping my little shape tiles by rolling the ink over and going with a limited colour palette, remember. Yellowy orange, looks quite golden, black and red. Put those to the side for now. I'm going to return to my sketch. And to make it more visible for you, I'm going to outline in black pen. You don't have to do this at all. There's my sleeping lady's face. So peaceful. Like Klimt, I'm trying to go for realism here in the face, accurately depicting the facial features. You know, facial features, things like eyes, eyebrows, noses, nostrils. There's the hand on which she's resting her chin. Now the exciting bit, the cloak of dreams, which consists of simple repeating but also randomly scattered spirals, smooth curved edge shapes, some drawn and some printed on, as I'm doing now. And I quite like the fact that the paint doesn't apply entirely evenly. You see the way you get the texture of the lighter sugar paper underneath coming through. I think that just is a lovely texture detail effect. Adds to the cloakiness of the cloak, I would say. And just work very freely. You know, the shapes will tell you where they want to go themselves. And where you see I've got smaller shapes, I printed them inside my larger shapes, choosing a contrasting colour. You don't have to use printed shapes for the whole piece. You can draw on, of course, using a Sharpie, a black pen or a pencil. This is a handwriting pen, a bit thinner than a Sharpie. I'm going to now complete the last few shapes so the cloak is at its fullest. Now, I can't wait to find out the kinds of cloaks you'll make for your dreamer. Or maybe it's not a dreamer, maybe it's a hero. After all, Klimt did paint a big range of people. Share your work at share@londonsouthArtHub.org, and I will see you all next week.